SCD. SCD stands for slowly changing dimension. Okay, so slowly changing dimension in the data warehousing environment. So what are the, in the first class we discussed, what are the two types of the tables we can have in the data warehouse? In DWH environment, in DWH, okay. So what are the two types of the modeling techniques? Dimensional modeling. Dimensional modeling, right?
Star model.
Exactly. Star schema, and another one is?
Another one. Star model.
Yeah, dimensional techniques will be used. Will be used for designing tables. Dimensional modeling technique will be used. So in the dimensional modeling techniques, so generally we will be used star schema and snowflake schema.
Yeah, snowflake.
Star schema and snowflake schema. In the star schema and snowflake schema, all tables in this schema are in these two schemas. Schemas are either dimension table or dimension table or fact table. Dimension table or fact table. Okay, so in the fact table is only inserts. In the fact table, only inserts. So generally in the warehousing environment, in the fact tables only insert, no updates and everything. So the dimension table we need to use a strategy. We need to use certain method to store the data in a data table. Certain method. Okay, for storing this data. What is this certain method is called as the slowly changing dimension behavior. The behavior, slowly changing dimension. So the table is called as a dimension table. Okay, slowly changing dimension, SCD type. So SCD type implementation. SCD type implementation in this one. So in any interview question, so the data warehousing, a dimension table will be implemented. How we are going to implement a dimension table? SCD type implementation. So in the SCD type implementation, we have a type 1, type 2 and type 3. We have a 4, 5 and 6, but these are the type 1, type 2, type 3. So how we are going to maintain the data in the dimension table? So here it is only his inserts only, but how we are going to maintain the data in this dimension table and SCD type implementation? How we are going to maintain the history in the data? The type 1. In the type 1, no history data. No history. No history. Okay, if a record, if a source record is there in the target, so then update. Available in target, so then update. So if record is not available, so then insert. So it's a insert else update. Here it is the update else insert. So if the record is available, so the source data, see the dimension and factor tables will be loaded the data from source. Okay, if the source data, source record is there in the dimension table, okay, if it is there, update. If it is not there, insert. So every time we are going to have only one record. So here we are not maintaining the history. For example, let's see. Okay, DEPT is my source table. So DEPT is my source table. The columns are department number, D name, and the location is my column. So the department number is 10. Okay, let me go back to Excel sheet. Okay, let's see. This is my table. Department number and the D name and the location. This is my source table. Okay, in the source table, I have a data 10. This is 10. This is New Year. This is 20. And this is a California. 40, and this is the Texas. This is the data coming from source. Okay, so now this is my target table. Okay, so this is the source data. This source data we are loading into this target table. Okay, as it is. The first case, it is as it is loaded. So because, okay, we are going to have a DEPT ID. Okay, this is the source data, department number, D name and location, and this is the data we loaded. So this is the primary key. This is the primary key on the target. This is not coming from the source. Okay, this is the information is coming. So here this is the source target primary key, and this is the unique key from source because the source unique. This is called as a natural key. Okay, natural key. Natural key in the sense is the source unique column, department number. So the first time this is the source data, it is loaded into this warehouse. Okay, so now the second time, so now this 10 is going to change to 50. So it's updated on the source. Let's remove this column. This is changed to 50. So now what is happening while loading the data into this table? Okay, so now the department number is coming from here. Department number is coming here. So if this is available or not in the target, yes, it is available. So if it is available, so then it changed to 50. So what is the disadvantage? Okay, so now this is the change. Okay, so now I inserted a 50, record 50, 60, and it is a Virginia, and this changed to 70. Okay, this is changed to 70. So changed. So now what will happen here is this record is already there, it's updated. So now it's a new record is going to insert with the 60. Okay, see what is the information. So here we are not maintaining the history, no history. So now the data is going to update as it is. No history, the data is going to update. If the record is there, then it is a target. So then update, it is a type 1. Okay, so in ODI, how to implement this behavior? How to implement this behavior in ODI? So we will implement this by default. This using Oracle incremental update KM, IKM. Oracle incremental update IKM. So you have a knowledge module. So if anybody asks you how can we implement this one is Oracle incremental update. So using this knowledge module, we can implement this behavior. So the default one. So the slowly changing dimension type 1 behavior will be implemented with incremental update. What is the meaning of incremental update is? So if the record is there, see here, integrate data into in the incremental. So in existing rows are inserted, already existing rows are updated. In existing rows are inserted and already existing rows are updated. So the important thing here is we need to have a primary key is required because this is the primary key or natural key based on what columns are going to update. Okay, so based on this columns are going to update. This is why we are going to have a natural key. Natural key in the sense is columns are going to data can be in existing rows are so this is required. If we don't have a natural key, we cannot implement a incremental update. Is everybody is clear with the SCD type 1 implementation? Yes or no, please? Everybody is clear?
Yes, sir.
So the type 2 implementation is to maintain the complete history. So we can maintain complete history of changes. Okay, so what is the disadvantage in this type 1 is we are see here first 10. So the 10 department name 10 change it to 50. Okay, so now and 20 change it to 70. Okay, and this is the new record. So here we have a 1050 only. So from our warehouse we lost the information about 10. So information is we lost the information. So now, so this is the disadvantage in the type 1. So how we are going to maintain the type 2 now? So the department number, D name and location. Okay, first thing is first initially it loads this information like this 10. Okay, so now first all rows will be loaded. Twenty NJ 30 California 40 50 50 it is a so first it got loaded, all the records got loaded. So let's make it this is a 50 so we can have a clear idea. Okay, so now this is the first information is loaded as it is. So now 10, so 30 is going to change to 3, is going to change 3. Okay, so now how we are going to load the data into this one? So instead of updating this record, so we will create a new record. Okay, we will create a new record 33 with the CA. So a new record got created. Okay, so now clear everybody, but how can we identify what is the current record? See here, I have a 2 records. I have a 2 records, but what is the current record? What is the old record? See, this is the 30 is a old record, but here is 3 is a new record. But how can I identify what is old record and what is a current record? That is the one. So the next thing is a new record got inserted. New record got inserted and 40 changed to 4. So now and 3 changed to 3. Updated. 2 records got updated. Okay. So now what will happen? So first 30, 3. So now and 40 got changed. And a new record 60 got added. Okay, so now with this, see here, what is happening here is we are maintaining the complete history. Okay, but what is the disadvantage in these 3 columns only? Now, first thing is primary key. Primary key is missing because 30 here, 30 here, sorry, 30 here and 30 here, 30 here. So primary key is missing. And the second one is, so how to identify current record? Current record. What is the current record? So how can we? So in order to maintain the primary key, so we are going to add a new column called department ID. DEPT_ID. So this will be incremented every time. 9. So this is the new primary key on the target. So this is a primary key. This will be primary key. And what about the department number? This is called as a natural key. Natural key means primary key on the source. Primary key on the source. Okay, but how can we identify? So the primary key is missing. So this problem solved by using a department ID. So this is called as a primary key on the target. This is called, that's why it is called as a surrogate key. Surrogate key is nothing but a primary key on the slowly changing dimension table. Okay, surrogate key under natural key. Natural key is a primary key. So the second problem is how to identify a current record. See, 30 is here, sorry, 30 is here and 30 is here and 30 is here. So what is the current record? So the seventh one is the current record. How to identify? We can see we can add a flag, active flag. Active or current record flag. Or current record flag. Current flag with value 1 or 0. 1 or 0. So 1 means current. So initially first it loads with 1. Okay. So now this is all 1. So whenever I'm adding a new record, 6th record. So what ODI will do is it updates this to 0. 3 and it updates the old record. And 4th one and it updates the 0 record. See here. So whenever I'm adding a new record, see the first initially 30 is added with a active flag 1. So that is the current record. So whenever I'm adding a new record into database, okay, so what ODI will do is it ends the old record. It closes the old record to old and it adds a 1 record. And whenever I'm adding the second record again, it closes this record and 1 record. This is the way it is going to active flag. So active flag or current flag. Anything we can use any one column. Active flag or a current flag, we can identify what is the current record. Everybody is clear this approach? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
So type 2 can be implemented with a flag. The flag with 1 or 0. 1 or 0. So 1 means current record. Current record and 0 is old record. 0 is old record. So 1 is current record and 0 is a old record. And the next one is with the effective dates. Another option is effective dates. Okay, so in the type 2 also we have some disadvantage. See here, how many old records are there for 30? I have, this is the 1 old record and this is another old record. So we have 2 old records for the 30. But how can I identify at a particular time what is the current record? I want to find Yesterday, what is the current record? Day before yesterday, what is the current record? So I'm losing some information here. That's why we can use a effective dates. So effective start date and effective end date. Start date and effective end date. So we can implement with the effective end date, 2 columns. So let's see. So now how it is going to load the data. So let's make these flags. So now the table structure looks like this: effective active flag and EFF start date, effective start date, and EFF end date. Okay, department ID is 1. So department number 10. The first time it loads to 10. So let's make it to 10 again. Okay. Okay, I have a 4 records and location is NY and it is 1 and here it is the today's date. Okay, 07/24/2015. So end date will be a any date, like a generally we will use 31/12 December. Okay, so 9999. So this is the open date. This is the open date. That means this record 10 is with this information is active between these two dates. Between these two dates, this is the current record. The second option. So the second 20 and NJ. Okay, so this is the current record. Everything is fine. Okay, so now on 28th, so the record got updated. So this 30 got updated to 3. This 30 got updated to 3. When it is got updated, let's say like a 27th it is updated. So 7/27 it's updated to 50. Okay, and a new record got ended here. So the 50. Let's assume that this record got updated on 27th. 50 and it is a new record got inserted. So now what here did it? So 5. Okay, so now 30. So it is changed to 3 and it is CA. Now it changed to 1. Okay, here it is now. So it's updated on 27th. So the current date is 7/27/2015 on that day. So now 31/12/999. This is the current record. This one. So what will happen to this 30? So 30 will be here 1 change it to 0 and this one, this change it to 7/26/2015. So that means it ended. It's ended to 7/26/2015. So this record is active or current record between these two dates only because it's ended. What ODI will do is ODI will end the old record and creates a new record. So this is a sixth, a new record will be added 50. So 1 and to 27th we got new record, so this will be this one. So it ends the old record effective date. Okay, so now this again 3 change it to 3 or 8-4. Let's see, change it to 8-4 and 2015. So now what will happen here? A 7th record created. It will be 30 3 and it change it to CA and it change it to 1 and it updates the record 8-4 will be the active. So 8-4 and 2050. Sir, okay, 2 minutes and okay, so 8-4 and the record change it to 3-31-12-9-9-9-9. Okay, so now we have a 30 here, 3. So this should be updated to 0. Now this 27, it should change to previous date, 3 and 20,050. See here. So now with this approach, we can calculate the any change, any record. What is the effective date and what is the end date? See, is everybody is clear this approach? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Praneeth, Rohit, Sachin and Shashank.
Done, sir.
Okay, so now this is the way we are going to implement. See here, we are going to have a complete history of the table. So the complete history we can easily identify. So the only disadvantage, what is the disadvantage here is it occupies the more space because we need to maintain all the columns. We need to maintain all the columns. Okay, so now sometimes, okay, now let's see, this is the CA. So now this is the surrogate key and this is the natural key. These three fields are called as a SCD behavior fields. So we have to create a table by adding these three columns to our this one. Okay, complete history. Okay, so now department number, this one. So this should not change because this is the source primary key. So now these are the two columns. So these are the two columns. Now what we are going to see? Okay, so we are going to decide now. So how to treat the columns? So what is the behavior of a column? So how to treat source columns? Source columns. So the department number, no. Change of department number, insert a new record. So if you change the department number, so we will insert a new record. Because if you change the department number, that is if you change it to the 51, so that is new record. Okay. So now if you change the D name, insert a new record. That is the update. If you change the department D name, that is the update record. So change location. So what you want to do? So you want to insert a new record and change of LON or add row and change or update. So update. So no update. It updates only the current record. Let's see here. So this one. So this it is changed to 50. Change it to something called as a Connecticut. So now here. So whenever we load the data. So instead of inserting a new record, because this is the location column, so here in the last record we will update to city without changing the new record. So we can decide. Okay, so what is the behavior of a column? So how to treat the column? So the important columns is in this one is the complete history. In this one here is we can implement this. So the important columns is the surrogate key. Surrogate key, and the second one is natural key and behavior. So the columns for add row of change, columns for adding new rows whenever it change its value. Okay, and the columns for updating existing row. Updating existing row if a value changes. Updating existing row if a value change. Okay, so columns for natural key, surrogate key, natural key, and it is a columns for, so we need to identify, and it is a SCD columns. SCD control columns. Control columns in the sense is flag, effective date, start date, and effective end date. Okay, everybody is clear? Effective start date and effective end date. So now this is the least important. Generally people will not use this type 3. So the type 3 is, so only partial history will be maintained. So what partial history it maintained? The first record and the latest record will be stored, will be maintained. First record and the latest record will be maintained. So here, what is the disadvantage here? So here we are going to lose all intermediate history. So here we are losing all the intermediate history. So this is why this is not that much good behavior. So the type 3 is not a behavior. Only the partial history will be maintained. The first record and the latest record will be maintained. But here we will maintain a complete history. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In
Yes, sir.
ODI, Chepane? In ODI, SCD will be implemented using, so first thing is set a table type to SCD in models, and the second one is define column behavior. So implemented in two ways. So how we can implement it? Using two ways. So SCD behavior, set the table type to SCD in models and define a column behavior. Each column behavior is, so the surrogate key, natural key, columns for change of, add row for change and update. See here, define SCD column behavior, surrogate key, natural key, not exactly natural column, and the natural key. So this is the three we have to set up. Once this is done, okay, so the knowledge module here is Oracle, IKM, Oracle slowly changing dimension behavior, IKM, Oracle. So what knowledge module we have? Oracle slowly changing dimension. We are going to use this knowledge module. This knowledge module will be used for implementing this one. That's it. So the set table type to SCD in models, define SCD column behavior, surrogate key, natural key, columns for change, add row for change and update, IKM, Oracle changing behavior, slowly changing behavior. By using these three this one. So here we cannot implement type 3 in the ODI with any knowledge module. We have to create our own knowledge module. So we have to customize the knowledge module for implementing this one. So there is no built-in knowledge module for implementing type 3. There is no built-in KM for SCD type 3. Okay, so we have to customize KM. We have to customize the KM. Everybody, is it clear? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
Now this is the theory. We will do the practicals tomorrow. What is CDC? Okay, the next theory concept is CDC, change data capture. Change data capture. So how it is going to work? The change data capture. Let's see. Change data capture. Okay, now let's see. I have a source data, department number and D name and location. This is my department number 10. Okay, 10 and NY 11. 20 and NJ and 30 and CA 40 Texas. Okay, 50 and it is a M. Like this we have a, let's say assume that we have a 1 million rows. How many it is? 1, 2, yes, we have a like this million and it is a India. We have a 1 million rows like this. Okay, so now I'm loading the data into my target table. I'm loading the data into my target table. Super. How I'm loading the data? Okay, so the department number and the D name and the location. So I'm loading the data as it is. Okay, so first I loaded the data as it is loaded. Okay, so now the first I loaded as it is the data. So now here is I added a one row. I have a, so M1 and it is a HYD. Okay, so now here how to load this data. So do you want to load, there are options. The first option is truncate target table and load all data. First option. So truncate target table and load all the data. Okay, so the second option is load only. So load all data into map, load all source data into map, into ODI map, filter based on target table available, okay, load only data. So that means, so we will load all the data, load all source data. And third one is load only changed data. Okay, which one is the best way? Only change data only. So that means only get only this record only. What is the best way? So that, see, both three will solve our problem. Okay, three will be solved our problem. Truncate target table. So delete all the data. Okay, delete all data and then load from here to here. Delete all data and then load. Perfect. Problem solved. And the second one also, load all source data and then to ODI map, filter it is existing in the target or not, and load only this data. Only this data only. Load only changed data. So gets only this particular data only. What is the best way out of 1, 2, 3? What is the best way?
Third one, sir.
Third one.
Third one. That is called as the change data capture mechanism. The change data capture means that this means this is a process for getting only changed data. Changed data in the sense is updated or newly added data. Updated or newly added data from sources. This is called as a change data capture. Change data capture. Okay, so now the CDC is operates. Oracle ODI CDC operates based on subscriber and publishing model. Subscriber and publisher model. Subscriber and publisher. Okay, subscriber and publish model. Subscriber and publish model. So what is the subscriber? Okay, let's see. So this is my DEPT is my source table. DEPT is my source table and DEPT underscore target. So let's see. So the map underscore DEPT underscore TRG is the mapping. Is the mapping. Okay, the mapping for loading data into DEPT underscore TRG table. Okay, DEPT underscore TRG table. Perfect. So now how to load this data in this one? So this DEPT underscore source is called as a publisher. So it's going to publish the changes. Here DEPT table is a publisher. Publisher means who published the changes. Okay, so the DEPT underscore mapping. So the map underscore DEPT underscore TRG is called as a subscriber. Subscriber means it subscribes for the changed data. Okay, so it subscribes from the publisher. So it's looking for changes. So the subscriber. So the subscriber and publisher model. Okay, so now the publisher. So the source published the data. Source published data. Changed data. Let's see a changed data to all subscribers. We can subscribe multiple subscribers. Okay, so the published changed data to all subscribers. We can have any number of subscribers. So now what are the steps? First thing is two types of CDC implementation. Two types of CDC implementation. So one is simple and one is consistent. So the simple is for implementing on single data store. Single data store. What is the data store? Is nothing but a table. Single data store, nothing but a table. And consistent is for implementing on model on a set of tables with a parent and child relationship. Set of tables. Multiple tables with the parent and child relationships. It's a parent and child relationship. Okay, so the simple is for implementing a single data store and consistent is for implementing a model. It's like a model. If you want to implement on a single table, see here, if you want to implement on a sources, if it's only on the single table. So if you want to implement it's only on employee table, we will do this one. It is simple. And whenever I want to do on this model, so see here, whenever you click here, so the generalizing. So here the simple and the consistent. We have simple and the consistent here. Two options are generalizing. Okay, so now in ODI, in ODI we have the special knowledge modules called as a JKM. JKM knowledge modules will be used for implementing a CDC. Implementing and CDC. There is a lot of mechanisms on it. Okay, so JKM also different knowledge modules are there. So that's not that too much for you people. Okay, but try to get it as soon as possible. I'll try to provide you some notes. Try to get CKM knowledge module will be used for implementing a CDC. So we will see tomorrow how to implement a SCD and a CDC step by step. Okay, so in the CDC simple also multiple steps are there. In the consistent also multiple steps are there. So we will see all those steps in tomorrow class and Sunday's class. Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, and one thing is tomorrow tomorrow or Monday mostly I'll be giving you some notes on using the tools. So we are not discussing these tools because these are not that much. Okay, I'll provide you one small PDF document. Please go through the document so it will help you all these tools and what are the configuration we have to do. Okay,
Okay, sir.
we will try to see couple of tools on Monday. At least we will see couple of tools. Internet?
ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ పంపిస్తున్నారు కదా
అవునండి పంపిస్తానండి అవి కూడా పంపిస్తాను నేను ఓకే అవి పంపిస్తాను ఇది పంపిస్తాను ఈ రెండు పంపిస్తాను ప్రణీత్ గారు మీకు రేపు మార్నింగ్ కాల్ చేస్తాను మీకు నేను ఓకేనా
Okay, sir.
మీ రెజ్యూమే గురించి ఓకే
Okay, sir.
యా